Hello and welcome back to the second of my redstone tutorials. Today we will be talking about the repeater and the comparator. Now, both of these components have two uses each, and I'm going to be going over all four uses in today's video, starting with the repeater and then to this bad boy, the comparator. Now, so for the first use, and the most simple use for the repeater, is extending a redstone signal. So a redstone torch, or a lever, or a button, or a redstone block, or really anything that produces a redstone signal, usually gives off a signal strength of 15. So this block here will be having this block here has a signal strength of 15. If there were any redstone around it, it would have a signal strength of 15. And then this one will have 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, so on and so on and so on and so on, until you get to 2, 1, 0. But I need to power that lamp. How am I doing that? Well, use a repeater, you break this redstone dust, put a repeater there, and boom. So a repeater's main job is in the back, in the input. It will take any redstone signal of any strength. So in this case, this has a signal strength of 1. It will take that into the input and then output a signal strength of 15. Now this does come at a cost, as it takes, I believe, half a tick for the redstone signal in this configuration to travel through the repeater, and the more you click on the repeater, the further away these redstone torches get, the longer it will take for the redstone signal to travel from the input to the output and then on to whatever you're powering. So just be wary of that. If you're building a massive build, it might be worth not actually using these, maybe using something a little bit quicker, because if you're thinking millions and millions and millions of these things, it is going to take quite a while. And on the subject of that, I've set up this little demonstration. So this line is just redstone dust. That should power this instantly. And on this line, there are redstone repeaters set to full all the way along to this lamp. So I think we all know that this lamp's going to come on first, and this lamp is going to come on for a while. But just demonstration on how slow it can actually get with many of these. Yeah, that's pretty slow, especially compared to this, which was pretty instantaneous. And then even turning off is slow as well. I'm pretty sure that I can, yeah, the player can walk. As you know, that was just sprinting without jumping. Can it walk faster than... this is an experiment for me. Yes. Yeah, you could walk faster than a row of repeaters, all set on full, is slower than your walking, not even sprinting pace. So that does it for repeaters. I hope that was useful. There are plenty more uses of them, but I will get to that in a different video. Now, on to these bad boys. Now, these the comparators have two uses, much like the repeaters. However, they're a tad bit more complex. So, if we see in this chest, it's completely full. There's a comparator reading that it is full and sending out a signal strength of 15 because it is full. This one, 2/3 full. It reads it's 2/3 full, and sends out a signal strength of 2/3. 1/3, signal strength 1/3. Empty, no signal. If there was just the one lonely little item in there, then there would be one redstone signal. Didn't mean to do that. If you wanted, for instance, to say whenever anything goes into this chest, I want it a farm to activate, or a hopper to unlock, or a flying machine to go, or whatever. All you'll have to do is break this piece of redstone dust and place a repeater, and then one redstone dust equals a signal strength of 15. One item, sorry. It can be literally any item. Signal strength of 15. Here we go. If you don't, not doing that, you just got a signal strength of 1. With the repeater, you got a signal strength of 15 in just 2 blocks. So yeah, that's pretty useful. Signal strength of 15 is far more useful than a signal strength of 1. Now, this is where the comparators get a tad more complex. So, let's just run down the anatomy of the comparators. So, we've got 2 redstone torches here at the back, which is the input. Then at the side, both sides, if you see, we've got 2 little arrows on either side. Those are secondary inputs. I'm only using one today, but it could be going over there, it could be both, whatever. And then here we've got this tiny little nub that can be toggled. This is normal mode, this is subtract mode. I'll explain all of that in due time. And then here, this side is the output. Right. So I have color coded the signal strengths. So red is the highest signal strength, it's a signal strength of 15. White, lowest signal strength of 1. So if I were to put a redstone torch over here on the white here, then it would stop at the white here. If I were to put a torch on purple, which I believe is 10, then it will stop at 10. But what if I put something over here? What if I say 3? No change. Okay, so well, the secondary input doesn't really do anything, does it? No. What if I swap? Put a 3 in the primary and a 10 in the secondary. There's no signal strength, none at all. Now that is because we're in normal mode and the secondary input is greater than the primary. There will only ever be a redstone output if the secondary input is lower than the primary. So if we say 13, then now we have an output, because 13 higher than 10. So there's normal mode. However, there is another mode, subtract mode. Now, subtract mode, I think, is quite simple. It's self-explanatory, really. So if I say signal strength of 10 again, and then let's put a signal strength of 2. What are we going to get? We are going to get a signal strength of, I believe that's 8. Is that 8? Yeah, that's 8. I should have hoped it would. Yeah, I was hoping it was 8, because 10 minus 2. If that wasn't 8, then I need to go back to school. So yeah, essentially that is what subtract mode does. It subtracts the secondary input from the primary and then spits out the answer. There are a few uses to this. Not many, if I'm honest, but a few, but I won't be getting into those in this video, as well as the extra uses for the repeaters. I'll be saving that for another video. I think this one is a little bit full as it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am really enjoying doing these redstone tutorials. I really hope that you're enjoying watching them and learning something. If you feel like I need to go into more detail, just let me know. If you feel like we're going into too much detail, I do have a tendency to over-explain. Tell me that as well. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.